everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. So today's video will be another Plushie Parade. So if you don't know what Plushie Parade is, I'm about to sneeze. So if you don't know what Plushie Parade is basically what I crocheted in the past week, month, basically since the last Plushie Parade. So this video was actually supposed to have been released not last week, but the week before, but I never recorded it. So fun fact is, me and my husband's wedding anniversary, our marriage anniversary, is on Valentine's Day, February 14th. He surprised me with a vacation. So instead of me recording, I spent the time cleaning up the house, getting everything squared away, just making sure when I come home, I don't have to do anything. So I was not focused on my YouTube channel, so sorry guys. But I have still been crocheting. I am sick. I came back sick. So I am not happy. Like, I just threw my hair in a bun, as you could see. Like, I did not care. I just kicked my yarn all the way under my desk. I have so much yarn around. So yes. So I am behind by 2 weeks because of my little vacation. So another thing is, I definitely want to say a big thanks to Tammy, the crafty mompreneur. She gave me a shout out, and you guys have helped me reach 300 subscribers. So that is a huge thank you, and I am very, very grateful. What else was I going to say? I usually try to write down some talking points, but today I did not feel up to it. I really didn't even want to record, but I didn't want the rest of February to go by without another video coming out. And I have 3 videos to release. I have the Plushie Parade, I have my Whip Madness, and a tutorial. So I think next week you guys will be getting 2 videos instead of 1, and this week will just be Plushie Parade. So on that note, I wrote down all the creators that patterns that I used. I have one that I absolutely can't find who the pattern is by. It was on Ribbler, so I don't know. But I'm drawing blanks. I'm too sick to be doing this. So let's just hop into it, okay? So this one is by Casey Bell. I got it off her Etsy. It's the Dino Duo once again, and it is another Triceratops. So this one is Chanel Basics. When I find a pattern that I like to make it a couple of times before I kind of just put it into the archive section, because once I need to get tired of it. So like, I'm kind of obsessed with making this pattern. I haven't made the regular dino one yet. I've only been focusing on the Triceratops, and you'll also hear my son a lot. Huh? Oh, you want the Triceratops?
Yeah.
Okay. Triceratops is gone. So yeah, he's taking off with the Triceratops. So Valentine's Day came and went. I did release a pattern for Valentine's Day, and it is up on my Ribbler. I don't think I put it on Ko-Fi or Etsy. Because I'm so behind, I kind of just like took the hit with the Valentine's Day pattern. But this was my Valentine's Day pattern. Cupid, the Highland Cow, and overalls. So this was my February pattern for the series, for the overalls. Remember, the overall series is every month I will release a pattern of an animal in overalls. So January was Nova the cat. In February is Cupid the Highland Cow. So and I will be showing March's pattern today as well, and the pattern test will be going out tomorrow on Ribbler. I'll post it on Instagram just to let people know. But I'm focused on pattern testing on the Ribbler for right now. So yeah, this is Cupid the Highland Cow. I did for the arrow, I used cure pipes. And then, let me just turn it like this. And then the eyes, I did like a bright blue. So yeah, you are not getting this one. Not with that corn dog in your hand. No, 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 no. So March's pattern, overall pattern, will be Clover the Frog in overalls. So my son absolutely loves this one. I am going to make another one. When I wrote the pattern, I did not take pictures of it. So when I go through the pattern to add the pictures, it will be one of the second one I make. I'm going to make it in the exact same colors, but for his, I won't give him the blush, of course. And he won't get safety eyes. So I'm going to have to crochet some eyes and give them to him that way. But this one, and let me explain one thing, okay? All the overall patterns are not the same. If you buy Nova the Cat and you're like, okay, I could easily just make all of them. You could make all of them, but I always change something in the pattern. So as you can see, this one is much more rounder, not just in the booty, but also in the belly. I made it more round. I did have to alter the head because the eyes were going on top and not like in the front. So I did have to change some things. I I glued on the mouth. And then the blush is sewn on, so I crocheted the blush separately, and then I just went around and sewed it into place. If you don't want to do that, you could easily just surface sew on whatever it's called. You can embroider the blush. I can't think, but this pattern test will be going out this week. Hopefully tomorrow, if I have the energy to crochet today. I'm just trying to get through this video. One sec. Okay, so yes, but Cupid the Highland Cow, I want to get back to this now that he's back eating his corn dog over there. I definitely want to make a regular cow in overalls, of course. Obviously that pattern would be easy because I just have to remove the hair and the bow and it's a regular cow. But I also want to add like spots to the cow. So it is on my to-do list. I don't think I would do it anytime soon, but I definitely will. So yeah. Also, like I said, I've been painting the eyes. I think in my next studio vlog, I'm going to try and paint the rest of my eyes. I don't paint my eyes when I think of a project. I paint my eyes and then I base the project off of those eyes, if that makes sense. So yeah. Also, the angry Nova the Cat is gone. My mom got it for her birthday. Her birthday was in January. She wanted to buy it. I wasn't gonna charge her for it, so I let her take it for free. But I'm so disappointed. I went to my mom's house to pick up my son, and I noticed all the plushies that she has that I've given her, and some of them are dirty because they fell. And I was like, there's one plushie that she bought from me. It was an angry axolotl. I was writing the pattern. She bought it like the same week I finished writing the pattern. So I don't have it to show you. I can't release the pattern because there's no pictures in the pattern. So yeah. So my nose is stuffy. I'm getting stuffy again. So let's keep moving on. Okay, I had to grab the Triceratops because he is eating a corn dog. And the last thing I would want is for it to get dirty. So lucky enough, he did just sit it down on the couch. and walked away. So, but next up on the list, I have a pattern by me. I am jumping around, so I showed you March's pattern, which is Clover the Frog. I showed you February's pattern, which is Cupid the Highland Cow, and I showed you the Triceratops. I crocheted a jumbo bear. My panda pattern that I had, I did my best. There's some things that I do want to change, but I did my best to try to make it bigger so that I could just make a jumbo bear. There are some things I want to change about the pattern, but let me... And it was definitely hard to make. I did forget to like stuff this part right here some. Like it is stuffed lightly. Basically just crocheting around it. Like crocheting big stuff is only difficult because you have to like position yourself so that you could actually crochet it. I sit close to my desk, so I actually have to like back away from the desk. So yeah, I did write this pattern down. I will make another one. I don't know what color yet, but I do plan on making another one. And then I'll put the pattern out for testing, but I'm not in a rush to do that now. So that is my jumbo bear. Next up, and I will be honest, I do not know who this pattern is by. I don't know if I found it on Instagram, if I have it on Ribbler, or if it is on my iPad. I don't know where. I've been looking and stuff and I haven't found it. So I'm kind of confused of where I found the pattern at. But it is of a leggy unicorn. If you know who pattern this is or whose it looks similar to, please let me know so I can tag them correctly. But I can't find it in any of my files. But I know I have it because I made it. So my plan was to make a few more of these, but I don't think that would be possible now because I can't find the pattern. But well, I do remember the pattern, so I guess that counts. But yeah, so this one I did use the rest of my my mind is blanking Premier Basics, and then I used Michael's Sweet Snuggles as well to make this one. I do have my own unicorn pattern, but the head has to be sewn on, and there are some edits that I want to do to my unicorn pattern, so I'm not really in a rush to make it. But I am working on another unicorn pattern. So yeah, so I need to find this so I can make more. I don't know who it's by, so yeah, if you know, let me know. Okay, so next up we have some cows from Katie Dids. We have her Highland cow and her regular cow. I did sleepy eyes on this one because I felt like it looked extremely cute. So I use these sleepy eyes as eyebrows, as you could tell for the, I'm about to sneeze again, for Nova the cat. But I was like, let's make some sleepy animals. And I felt like these went so perfect with it. Like, it looks so peaceful. Like, I love this one. And then I just made a generic regular cow. I don't want to make too many cows, but I do want a few. Because I know that last year I wasn't focused on cows. And people would ask me for cows, and I did not have them. Only had like one or two. So this year I do want to focus more on cows. Once again, this was made with Chanel Basics. No, that one was made with Chanel. Honestly, I don't know what half these yarns are. I don't know what type of yarn are in these bags. Or I think the other bags are Chanel Basics. It feels like it, and honestly, it looks like it. Because this is Chanel Basics, and that bag all the way at the end is the same yarn. So I think that the bags with the, let it go, the blue label is Chanel Basics. I don't know what type of yarn is the Stash Gold ones. Well, actually, we have another cow from Cutest, and I made it into a Valentine's Day color. This one was made with Parfait Chunky. I'm not a big fan of Parfait Chunky because I had to use was it a 3.75? I think it was either 3.75 or 4.75. I don't remember. But I don't like to use anything smaller than a 6.5. So it was difficult for me to make this because of the hook was so small and the yarn is thin. Now, I know I've said it multiple times that Parfait Chunky reminds me of Premier Just Chanel. So this one is the Parfait Chunky. And, okay, he went to go play. I have some time. And this one is the Just Chanel. It is a little bit thinner, but this is Parfait Chunky and Just Chanel mixed together. Like, I was able to use them hand in hand. So I don't see the difference between the two. They both use the same hook size, and they both work the same way. I'm just going to put that there because I dropped a whole bunch of yarn. So, I know that I was in Pieces of Scraps. She was doing a live chat, and it became a conversation, and I told her that they seem similar, and she said that it seems more similar to like a Michaels brand, but I'm not quite sure. So, yeah. So, yes, that's the third cow that I made of Cutest, which means I'm going to make 2 more, and then that pattern has to go into the archive. I do have an archive folder within, okay, so on my iPad, I have a folder strictly for my paid patterns, separate from all my free patterns, and then of course I organize them all based off of the animals, multiple patterns in one. So within the paid patterns, I have a folder called archive. So as soon as it's done, I put it right into the archive, so I can still keep them underneath the page section. But yeah. So I'm just grabbing random stuff now. So I have a bunch of keychains that I bought. It came as like 100 pack, and then I had went to not like, it wasn't a yard sale, but it was basically like a yard sale that a church was hosting, and they had a whole bunch of heart keychains, regular keychains, and one bag was 25 cents. So it's 25 cents per bag. One bag had about 30 in them. So I bought them all out. So I have over, I think the last time I counted, I was at like 400 and something keychains, because I used some up. So the last time I counted was around 400 and something. So I've decided that instead of me making plushie keychains, I'm going to make a whole bunch of stuff. So I made a wrist keychain. I did not write the pattern for this. I just freehanded it. I don't know if I should write the pattern for it. I'm not quite sure, but it was fast to make. I definitely want to make a few more. So yeah, this one is in pink. I don't think you can see it clearly, but yeah. So I only made one, so hopefully I have a chance to make a few more. I don't know where all my keychains are. I think they're down here. When we moved, some stuff kind of got disorganized. But so next up on the list is another pattern by me, and this is my leggy heart for Valentine's Day. I released it last year on Ribbler. I do have some things I want to change about it. I sold a whole bunch, and this is completely no-sew. All sold into one piece. At my market that I did last year, I made a whole bunch of these, and I sold out of all of them. And then there was one that I forgot to sew the legs onto, and it was just the heart. And that one sold as well. So people love like the leggy type of plushies. So I want to make more leggy plushies, but I don't think I bought patterns for leggy plushies. So yeah, but like I said, I am going through all my patterns that I released like last year and the year before and fixing them up. And because of that, I made another cat oof. So this one I did mess up. I put the air too far to the left. I was actually trying to make something similar to my niece's cat. So, because she wants a plushie of her cat, and her cat is basically all white with like gray patches. So I was trying to make it similar to her cat. But yeah. So I love the eyes. You see the ears. Yes, I know you see the ears. They're just lopsided, but it's okay. And then I also did forget to crochet the tail into the rounds. So I had to sew it on after I was done. Let me take that. Okay. So I did mess up on this one. So I'll have to try again because I also didn't like the placement of the patches. And I actually saw my niece's cat in person, and she doesn't have that many patches. I think she only has 2. So I'm going to only put a patch on this eye, on this side. The end of the tip of her tail is where her other patch is, and then I think I saw one towards the bottom of her, like her back foot, near her like tummy. So let's see if I can get that correct when it's time for me to remake it. We are almost done, and we're sitting at like 15 minutes. Well, actually no, because I had to cut because I sneezed. So we're looking at maybe 25 minutes in total, I guess. But the next pattern is by Plushie Co. And I am absolutely obsessed with this pattern. It is her squid pattern. I got the mama squid and the baby squid, and then I got all the mods for it. So Halloween, Christmas. I don't think I got the Valentine's Day mod, but I got all the mods for it. It's actually, and this is Burnett blanket. I think it's the baby one. I forget the actual name of it, but this pattern is like fast to make. The only thing that's tedious is of course the tentacles, but when you go through the pattern, you kind of don't realize how long it takes, or I don't know if I explained that correctly, but this is completely no-sew. No sewing is really required. Besides, actually it's a little bit low sew because you have to close off this part right here and along with this side, and that's it. A very easy pattern. I definitely want to make an army of these, only because I'm so obsessed with them. So I think this might be one pattern that I make a whole bunch of before I archive it. I definitely want to make one. So I have this exact same color yarn in blue. I can't find it right now, but I have it in blue. So I want to make one in blue, as in the same yarn, just in the blue shade. we have 2 more and then we are done, and then I could go lay down. Well, I have to edit the video and then I could go lay down. So this one is by Crochet Studio US Art, and it is their owl pattern. Hi y'all. So I have a list that I am doing, and I'm gonna just be doing stuff off the list and here and there, but I wrote down what type of plushies I want and how many of each I want to make, and I chose the colors. I was like, when I did the Triceratops, the black and white one, that one's on the list. I just picked combinations of colors that I would like to see, not so much of what I think is popular. I just wanted to just pick random colors and throw them together. So I picked 2 shades of pink with, of course, the white and the gold stays. But I wanted 2 shades of pink that will not automatically blend in, so that you can still tell that it's 2 different shades, but also so they're not too far apart that it completely stands out separately. So yeah, that's why I picked the hot pink and like the peach color. And I got all of the owl like varieties and patterns. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I definitely, that's another one I'm gonna make a whole bunch of, because I have a whole list. I think I only have 5 owls on the list, I think. But next up on the list, well, not on the list, the last one in the pile for the Plushie Parade is my octo pattern. So this is not a finished pattern. I can finally come in closer. I actually ran out of this yarn. This yarn was from Michael's. I forget the name of it. I'll bring it in close so maybe someone could tell me what the yarn is. But because I ran out, I could not finish the pattern. So this one will just be Dumbo the Octo. And I'm gonna make another one in a different yarn color and finish it, and then maybe next month you'll see the actual finished octo pattern. So that is everything for the Plushie Parade. I don't know exactly how many I made, but I don't expect to make a lot for the Plushie Parade, especially because I am now working on my Whip Madness series. So in January, what you guys saw was me showing you guys all my whips, whereas now I'm actually finishing my whips. So in the next video, you will see a bunch of finished whips. So I'm not focused more on making new stuff. I'm mainly focusing on finishing old stuff. So Plushie Parade will not be some crazy video where I'm like, I made 100 plushies in the past 30 days or something like that. It'll be simple. I'll be like, yeah, I crochet like 5 things. So yeah. So I forgot these. So this is the small bear that I found on Rebler. I can't find the pattern now. I did not archive it. I don't plan on making another one. This is very fast to make. It does not take a lot of yarn. I actually had a little bit of this Bernat blanket yarn, and I wanted to just get it out the way. I mean, I could have saved it and used it to do like the details for my plushies, but I decided to just use it because for my details I actually use just Chanel yarn, like the Dollar Tree yarn, for my details rather than weight 6 chunky yarn. So yeah, I can't find the pattern for this. That is everything that I've made for the Plushie Parade. So the next, I am working on a few projects. I have a big project I'm working on. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone with what I crochet to try and crochet something a little bit unique, different, and I'm also working on some pattern tests. So I did get accepted to pattern test Pieces of Scraps, her axolotl pattern. So I will need to start that today. I also got accepted to pattern test a few different birds. So I have some time before those ones are due. And yeah. So on that note, that was part 2 of Plushie Parade. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next week with Whip Madness and a tutorial. And keep an eye out for my I'm drawing a blank. Worst time to draw a blank. My pattern test for Clover the Frog. Like I said, I'm just going to do it on Ribbler. It's simple, it's easy, and it allows me to just figure out if there's any errors with the pattern. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. Help me reach 500. That's my next goal. And yeah, so thank you. Bye.